everybody, it is Darin from Lilley's Landing. Today is Thursday, March something. I better look. I'm thinking it's the 12th. Yeah, it's 12th. I'm going to do one cast for you today. So they've got, it's supposed to be half a generator. Let's see what we got going on. Man, thing's shrinked up. Let me see what it says we're actually running here, if it wants to work. Half a generator, perfect. Which is what it's scheduled to do for the rest of the day. So I'm just below Point Royale. The lookout's just right up there above me here. And I am gonna throw a white micro jig. Hopefully that's the right depth. Not that deep. It always looks deeper when you do it here in the boat and then you put it in the water. You're like, that's not very deep at all. I'm gonna fish this bluff down though. Before I came out, Phil had said he'd caught him on white up here yesterday evening, and I assume that was probably just without a float. There was a rod down the rig depth, I think a 16th ounce white jig. It's probably the one he was using. Also had some guys that checked out this morning, so they caught them on jerkbaits when the water was off up here. They said they would just fish the rocks. I might need to get a little closer. Sorry, I'm not fishing yet. I'm not in position here where I want to be. I got a little cold coming up. We'll see. So I'm gonna have to throw this a certain way here. All right, I'm gonna recast that. So I'm gonna have to throw this like a downstream angle more than I usually do. There we go. So I didn't throw it right against the bank, which maybe I need to, but I threw it, there's a line of junk, and I kind of threw it in the middle of that. We'll see here. I know black's been working good doing this, but Phil said he was catching them on white, so I try white. I could probably over that way a little bit farther and be fine. I think I'm going to. See if I can just cast it farther. There we go. Now that jig's wet, it's a little bit heavier. Everybody's been saying they've been catching fish. Catching quite a few, and those guys that were fishing those jerkbaits said they were catching some good ones. Maybe I need to move this a little bit. I did see quite a few fish coming to the surface while I was running up here, so hopefully they'll yep. Eat it. Whoa! He came off. Get my float straightened out, yeah. Tighten that a couple times. Oop. That came off because of me. I didn't get a real good hook set on that one. On this rod, there's, I don't know if it's 2 or 4 pound braid. That's what the blue line is. And then I've got some 4 pound Sea Garden Vizex as a leader. Yeah, I can hear fish down there. I should recast this. So there's a seam coming off this rock, and I'm going to be right in it. And I wasn't going to be with that, where that was going. That didn't help much, but whatever. I need to be like another 5 feet over. Yep, that's getting recasted too. So there's a seam. Hopefully you can see it off that big boulder that's right there. That's where all the food and stuff will get washed into. There we go. Yeah, fish right in that seam down here. So I'm having to mend this braid kind of like you do fly line. Unless I cast, that's why I was casting down that way, so I don't have to do that. If I cast straight out, I have to. Oh, missed him. I was trying to look for my jig and my float went down. You kind of got on the other side of the... If you get on the other side of the seam, it's still water. So then your line's going to loop big time. It's like fishing a jig without a float, that's fine because you can pull it through there. Like if you want something dead drifting, it makes it kind of difficult. But this, I'm just twitching it every so often anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much, I guess. So just twitching it like that, jig comes up, falls back down. On that fall is where they like to eat jigs. Not all the time, but the majority of the time. Now it's close enough where I can see my jig. Hopefully it's not too shallow over there. Oh, not catching the bottom at all anyway. Hopefully that's not the only fish, because I didn't get it. I just went through there. Fish just jumped right there. Why did you not eat my stuff? I'm just bumping the trolling motor every once in a while just to control my drift and control my speed. Wind's blowing downstream a little bit. Water over here is moving faster than the water where my float is, so I'm going to get a loop in my line, so I'm going to have to keep mending it. Which is alright, it's just the way it is. By mending it, I'm pulling that float, and it's going to pull it up and let it sink right back down. There's a little bump out right here. I'll recast it so I can be a little bit closer to the bank there. Tangled on that one a little bit. Hopefully it didn't. Sometimes with those floats with the I'll have the toothpick kind, that toothpick sticking up will catch the line and get tangled a little bit. I did bring a black one with me. That's the one that's been working pretty good. I think, yeah, I got it here in my pocket. I'm gonna switch to it. Almost threw that right in a crack in the deck there. Couldn't feel the jig because my beard. I didn't know if I was grabbing beard hair or marabou. Come on. Let me adjust this for what I just cut off. Alrighty. We'll leave it at that. I adjusted it like 6 inches. I think I took off more than that, but almost dropped the whole rod trying to switch hands there. So there's a tree right here that I'm trying to stay on this side of, but then there's a good boulder right there. It's under the surface. The boulder is. I wonder if I can get behind it. Grab this jig. I think that tree ends right there. It's not too bad out here when it's actually pretty great. temperature-wise when you're not going up the lake. I tried to throw that one a little farther. Tree right here too, it's a big one. I don't want to get hung up on it. I would think like a pink powerbait worm or something like that under a float down below Fall Creek would work pretty good, especially on that flat that I like to fish. Like one generator moves you just, or half generator moves you pretty slow right there, but it moves you. It's like perfect. Fish behind me jumping. I think I might be in the rocks. There's some rocks right there. That was just in still water for some reason somehow. Something's going on here. There we go, it was twisted. I moved my float and the small end of it was coming towards me. It should have been the big end. But it was just twisted. That creek's right over there. I'll go over there if I don't want to. Come on. You always second guess yourself no matter what you do. I'm just thinking, should I left the white one on there? Should I have fished a straight jig instead of a jig and a float? I don't know if that was a bite or not, but I tried to move it and my float went under, so. Kind of feel like it was more the bottom than. Because I felt no resistance at all. Didn't see a flash or anything when I set the hook. Yeah, and the sun's kind of warm. That's pretty good. The creek's right there. I'll cast one more here and not get in a tree, hopefully. Just shaking it every once in a while. All right, I think what I'm going to do is go down below the Narrows and fish that just below it. I don't know if I haven't spent much time right there. I can't remember the last time I fished right there, so I'm gonna try it. All right, so I'm down here below the Narrows now. Throw myself in the water here. Seems like I about do it every time I do one cast. Hopefully that 50th will stay down. I'm just gonna fish this side. The eagles are probably here somewhere. I don't hear them or anything, but this is where they live. Fish over there in the seam. Just wonder if that 50th is able to keep itself down. I'm moving my rod at that like that because I'm mending my braided line because it keeps like going, keeps getting a bow in it, and I'd never be able to set the hook. And right then when I tried to jiggle it, I had more line out there that I couldn't see that I didn't realize was there. Fish right there eating something off the surface. Eat my jig. Thought for sure I'd get one here. until I get in the back side of this tree here. I see. Oh, did I break him off? Nope, he just didn't. I had him stuck. I don't know what happened there. Definitely had that fish stuck. I don't know why it came unbuttoned. Seems like I always got to miss a few anymore to catch. My one left leg's tired from staining on it. So this kind of gets shallow on this side down here. Kind of flattens out and just gets shallow. I want to be right close to that edge where my jig's close to the bottom but not on it. Tipped up a little bit and I'm bumping the bottom, I think. Maybe that was a fish. It's not doing it now. Just don't want to get too far over there, because I'll just be stuck in the bottom then. That one might get the bottom. was the bottom. I looked away for a second, looked back, and it was coming back up, so I wasn't sure. Pretty sure that was the bottom. The bottom. So it's just ticking the bottom. Yeah. So that first drop, it always catches it pretty good. So it pulls it all the way in. Right now it's just ticking. There's a tree there. You know I want to catch the tree. Or any part of it. Looking for fish too, so I can kind of see in the water. Not great, but that was the bottom. Easy thing to fix that would be to shallow up my float, but nah. I say that, and I'm going to now. There we go. See if it's touching the bottom over there. Don't think so. It's probably my last little drift here. Because usually you can see fish running from the boat, and I haven't been seeing anything here. Up there I was. Up by the Narrows. It's real shallow right there now. There's a couple little birds over there. Man, I can't tell what they are. One of them was making some commotion in the water, and a heron came flying over, and I think the heron thought it was a fish. There we go. I thought it was the bottom again, but it wasn't. Of course, I got this one hooked. It's a little guy. Oh, come here. But I think it's a little brownie. Sorry, this way's backwards for me on the camera. It sure is a little brownie. Get him unhooked here and I'll show you and get him back in the water real quick. Okay. Little brownie. Little silver brownie. See you, buddy. I thought he grabbed my jig again. Thought he grabbed my jig again. I probably should end it on that one, I guess. All right, yep, I'm gonna. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry, it's a little longer than my normal ones, but it's okay. All right, see y'all later.